Mark and Sam After Work. Today I want to float the idea of a new video series. A little bit of a, I suppose, Mark and Sam, 4AW, whatever you want to term it, school, to go through videos, to go through and help people understand how firearms work, where accuracy comes from, how scopes work, how to all sorts of bits and pieces. Stuff I've done previously, done comprehensively over the last 10 years in various forms. In some cases, we can do better videos than what we did previously. In other cases, to streamline things a little bit, try and shorten it up. I tend to get a bit wordy about things, or just to bring up points and then can reference some of those old videos. Ways to try and, I suppose, help everyone, from the experienced shooter that has a question of they've never thought about this side of things. And yes, we hear from snipers, we hear from military and police, we hear from competition shooters, we hear from all sorts of people who have, okay, I didn't realize that little bit of it. That's not in my neck of the woods. I didn't realize that. It's great to know. There's all sorts of things. I would qualify my position to start off with before I go further is that I'm not any one of those people. I'm not military, ex-police, ex-competition, any of that sort of stuff. My learning comes from a practical engineer. I'm a 63-year-old mechanic now. I've been doing this for in excess of 10 years of going through into the finer details of this sort of stuff, both in the way of doing videos, educational videos and doing that side of it, but more in the way of just simply understanding firearms, putting practical engineering into what firearms are and then making them work better for us. So that's for me and for Sam. That's making them work better and what it took to find accuracy. And it isn't actually the way that a lot of people think of accuracy. It's just buy a different rifle, or you need this twist barrel, or you need that to shoot that caliber, or that sort of stuff. Accuracy isn't quite what it seems. Accuracy is about physics in most cases, and a big hunk to do with confidence as well. So those two things, the more physical control you have over the rifle, the more confidence you gain, the more accuracy you get. And there's so much broader conversation to talk about it in the details of it, but it all does matter. Comfort matters, the way the rifle behaves on recoil, the way the external, internal ballistics, there's lots of things that involve with finding accuracy and making things work properly. And in my experience, there's never been someone that hasn't improved their accuracy with an understanding of something was happening. Not just bolt this bit on your rifle, it'll make it work better, which is sort of the normal way. Buy a different rifle, bolt a new bit on. That's sort of the way it's really sold. Or this model rifle is really accurate. These things have a logic to them, but they aren't really where accuracy comes from. The why that rifle is more accurate is a far more interesting thing to understand. And by understanding that, you understand where it's accuracy, which means you can then translate that or transfer that to another rifle, or why is this rifle inaccurate, rather than it just needs to go to the gunsmith and get sorted out. It can be a very fascinating thing to go through and figure out for yourself. And there's many occasions where the rifle, which was the ugly duckling, turns into the favorite rifle, because not only does it shoot well now, but because you sorted it out. So these are things that are worthwhile understanding. It all also helps guides from the professionals and the competition people who are stuck in the world of doing exactly what's in the handbook, or exactly what they're trained to do, and then find that actually this bit here doesn't suit me, this sort of stuff, I do it this way, it works better, or this is a thing that is actually happening I didn't realize, and even pass it on to the group. There's all sorts of things that comes out of not being smarter than the other person, a different perspective, a different way of looking at things, to learn more, to understand things, right down to the simple stuff. How do you dial on at 800 yards with the rifle or get onto at that sort of distance with a rifle that it doesn't have it in the reticle and I can't see it on the ammo, and how do I get out there? How do I read wind? How do I make sense of this sort of stuff? How do I set up a target? what sort of target do I use? Lots and lots of questions, all been answered. If you just wanted to go troweling anyway through the, 1,000 odd videos, then it's all been answered previously. But I put it forward in an upcoming series where Maybe there isn't even a question and answer thing we can do to go through with some of the more interesting questions, or design videos around some of the more detailed answers that need to be there. Anyway, that's the thought of a video series, 4AW school, or whatever you want to call it. If you're keen, let us know by your likes and your comments and that sort of stuff. And if there is enough interest, then it's something that I think would be happy to go through and provide. So anyway, guys, let us know what you think. Thank you very much for checking in, and we'll catch you next time.